What do you, I mean, what do I, think we will be looking at? What do I see in the future of SKLD? First of all, one of the things I see is, improving our fundamentals as a business. We've done extremely well top line. Like I mentioned to you, we did just about 11 billion naira last year, coming from 150 million uh 12 years ago. So we're talking almost 80x thereabout, right? But I want us to improve our fundamentals right now in terms of improving profitability and bottom line, right? Just being generally a healthier business overall, right? So that's one of the things that I'm gunning for. The other thing is we're looking at expansion. Expansion for me has always been in the works. We tried, to explore expansion as early as 2021. We set up a business in the UAE, and today that business is already doing some numbers, but we want to fully expand that, right? We're also looking at Africa in general. We're looking at Francophone and Anglophone Africa. So we're looking at countries like Senegal, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Kenya for expansion. I mean, you might not know this, but we have five major divisions under our business. And one of those divisions, for instance, is the Humanitarian division, where we work with international humanitarian organizations, over 40 of them, and we supply their projects across the region. You understand? So it gives us an opportunity to be able to transition into some of these regional markets where maybe there's conflict or perhaps there's just pre-positioning of stock for some of these projects. Also, we're looking at our retail business being ripe enough for international expression. So we're looking at Ghana for retail, for instance, because we see some similarities in terms of the culture and the market environment. So we're looking at that. Senegal, we're looking at the humanitarian business because it's a hub for a lot of the humanitarian organizations. Same thing with Kenya. Dubai, we're looking at it as a distribution hub for moving goods into Africa. We find that logistics across Africa is a lot more difficult than it is inbound from and other continents like China and the Middle East. So we're looking to set up, a distribution hub in the Middle East that can service our African clients. So these are some of the things we're looking at, and of course, we're going to be deepening, things around culture. We're looking at also diversifying our revenue. Obviously, if we're looking at international markets, we're looking at, a revenue profile that is not just Naira based. So we have, foreign income across different markets. So those are some of the things we're looking at. Then we're also going to deepen our manufacturing. I'd mentioned earlier that we're looking to scale our garment manufacturing. That's something very important to us. When we scale that, we hope to be able to create a lot more jobs and export locally produced garments from here. Then there's another very major project that is on the horizon. We're looking to move into nutrition, and this is inspired by some of the work we do in the humanitarian space. We find out that nutrition is a critical part of the humanitarian intervention because when children ages 0 to 5 don't even have access to nutrition, there's no opportunity to even help them in the future because if they don't survive that first 5 years, what is the point of any humanitarian intervention, right? So we see that a lot of the humanitarian organizations are grappling with providing nutrition in a lot of these conflict, laden or disaster prone communities, right? So we're looking at nutrition. We have a partner in India that we're already collaborating with. So we're looking to set up roughly $10 million factory somewhere in the northern part of Nigeria in the next maybe 18 to 24 months at the most, with a view to providing nutritional supplements for children in the Sahel region. So those are some of the very interesting projects on our horizon. On the private equity and fundraising side, we're looking to, just in case an investor is listening to me today, we're looking to um, exit our current, our private equity investors somewhere down the stretch. There's already those conversations. They've spent 5 years with us and they've been very happy with our growth. But we're also looking to raise growth capital for the next phase of expansion. So there are a lot of interesting things in the horizon. I'm excited about what the future holds.